One of us always gets blamed. So
Yes. I am Robin,
I'm
and
Bill.
over here, the shoulder that you can see, this plaid shoulder, is Bill. And we are at Raincross Farms Makery near Lewiston, Idaho. This is one of our dogs, Duke. He is the one who is not shy. And Daisy's over on the chair watching us, wondering what craziness will ensue tonight. So we are glad you are with us. And let me see who's here.
Well, we've got a bunch of people
Well, we
saying
do have
hello.
a bunch.
Alana saying hi,
Okay.
guys. Ken saying hello, Bill and Robin. Lisa says hi,
I see
y'all.
Dawn is watching.
Yes. Ken, there are
Welcome.
cookies.
Shauna is watching. Welcome. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Linda.
And
Shauna, yes, you are
Janice.
loved. Janice, hello. Liana, Fran, welcome, welcome. Okay, so a couple of housekeeping items just to update you.
would that help you to see what's
Yes,
live?
it kind of would.
Okay,
So-
let's keep that up there. That's live.
So as of right before we went on, we gained another follower, so we have 602 right now. Again, our goal is 1,000 followers by New Year's Eve. So if you are not following our page, we would love it if you would click that follow button and become one of our first 1,000 followers. The reason we're doing that, not because we're all into numbers, but because Facebook is into numbers. And if we can show Facebook that we are popular, that we have an audience, they will automatically push our lives out to more people on their own. So we want them to do that. We want Facebook to do some work. So that's why, not that we're trying to get a certain number of numbers, we just want to be growing to have Facebook take notice. Okay, so good news there. Ask me about our VIP bingo.
Can you read what Alana said? And
Yes.
I see Robin and I
I
see
know, and-
Bill.
Honestly, okay. Who knows Romper Room? Who can remember Romper Room? Or was that a Southern California thing? Although a lot of you are Southern
You know,
Californians.
I don't know that.
I don't
I know
it might have been
Kelly
regional.
was. Just like Sheriff John was.
I hope Romper Room was this children's TV show way back when there were no remotes. You wanted to change the channel, you had to get up
Your
out of
child
your
was the
chair
remote.
and turn the knob. We keep losing interrupting. So anyway, and they used to have who was it? Hobo Kelly.
Kelly.
Hobo Kelly.
Sheriff John.
She had this prize machine, and she would call out the names of the kids, and she'd say, I see Susie, and I see Lisa, and I see Alana.
So
Hobo Kelly never said, I see Robin.
it Romper Room must have been national because Atlanta watched it in Oklahoma.
Okay, so I don't know, but yes, Robin was not a popular name, and so Hobo Kelly never called Robin. And my mother tells me, and I believe her, that she wrote a letter to Hobo Kelly to ask her to please say my name. Never did. Never did. Anyway, I'm not bitter. Not at all.
Not at all.
So if I neglect to read your name, please have your mother write me a letter, and I will be happy to read your name on our live.
You're so funny.
Okay, back to what I was talking about. Drinking my tea. VIP bingo. If you are a member of our VIP club, which is absolutely free, no obligation, it's just a private group where I'm allowed to offer sales and deals and discounts, and we can play fun games that I can't do on my public page. So if you're a VIP member, we are next Thursday evening having a free bingo game because we have 100 members. We decided let's celebrate. So we're going to play a couple of games of bingo and give away some prizes. And the bingo is absolutely free. So get yourself into the VIP group and there's an event, or you can find the post, and there's a Google form where you can sign up. So I know where to send your electronic bingo card. And if you have any trouble with that, just message me and I will get you all hooked up. So again, next Thursday, VIP group bingo. You want to be there. That's where all the cool kids will be.
Alana says she feels your pain. Alana
You never,
is not a popular name.
you never got acknowledged by Hobo Kelly.
Real quick on
Hobo.
your phone.
That's probably
On your phone, turn off the Wi-Fi to put it to the.
okay.
Let's see if that's the problem.
That's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Too much on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. I don't
Let me
know
show
for
you.
sure.
I don't know
Is
either.
anybody out there glitching? Because her monitor is glitching like crazy, but I'm not seeing any of it. So
Okay, so let's get into our craft. A couple of nights ago, we did. Let me
we
pull
did.
this
It's
up.
true.
Maybe it was even day. We did this cute little like casserole dish, and we did torch paste on the wooden top, and we attempted to do glass etching on the bottom. And before we even started, I cautioned not all glass will take to the etching. And of course it didn't. So that was kind of an etching fail. So I thought, let's have an etching success. So I practiced it on this exact surface, so I know it will work. So we are going to do some glass etching on some Dollar Tree glass mugs. So let me show you a couple of them that I've done in the past. Okay, here is one of the like a mason jar with a handle, and this I did with ink, and we heat set it in the oven, and so that's permanent. If I scratched it really hard with a knife, it would come off. But if I just hand wash it, or I've even had a friend put it through a dishwasher and they held up really well in the dishwasher. You just don't want to get a lot of friction up against it. But this is several months old and it's holding up really well. That's with our ink. And here's another one. This is one of their bigger mugs. I don't know, you probably can't see it. I can't turn it to the upper camera, but it says Farm Sweet Farm, and I did that with ink also. And then tonight we are going to not use the ink. We are going to do a foolproof permanent method, and this is, okay, I've got this towel in here so that you can kind of see. This is one of our stencils that I used the etching cream on. Do we want to go overhead? Do we want to go overhead to show this?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm trying to find out how.
I don't know if that'd be a better.
Go ahead and do overhead.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope, that doesn't.
That's not better.
No. Okay, well, depending on how I hold it, but you can see that is etched into the glass. That is not something that is painted on the surface. That is actually etched into the glass. So there's no getting that off. That is permanent. Okay.
I don't know if that's any better or not.
That's what we're going to be doing
It looked
tonight.
okay from the front.
Okay, so I've got. So again, these were all from the Dollar Tree, so they were $1. They're good and heavy, pretty sturdy, and they take to the etching cream. So we are going to use the etching cream. This is Armor Etch. It's the only brand I have used. I know there are some other brands, but this was the first one I got and it works, and so let's not mess with it. It's available at, I believe it's available at Walmart. I know it's available at Joann's, Hobby Lobby. It's also available on Amazon, and I think on our page under guides we have a cart link, not a cart link, a shopping link to an Amazon link for Armor Etch if you're interested in ordering it online. Okay, so Armor Etch, and we are going to use these are our transfers called Christmas All Around. I really love these. These are we've used them on ornaments. You want me overhead?
I am.
He's playing.
I'm adjusting the overhead because we had something go funky on us right as we started. My overhead camera changed its resolution on me. I'm not exactly sure why.
Okay.
So let me go to overhead.
Okay. So here are the four. This one says keep warm and drink cocoa. This one has been used, so it's kind of stained. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Cute little reindeer. And this Christmas tree walking in a winter wonderland.
You got one that says Duke.
I don't have one that says Duke. And then the one that I already did, this one says special delivery from Santa Claus with a gift. So we are going to use one of these. And I thought, although, you know, this Christmas tree, I think is my very most favoritist. Because it's a mug, I believe I'm going to use the Keep Warm and Drink Cocoa. Sound good to everybody? Any objections? Are we good
Cocoa,
with
but
Keep
Beverly
Warm and
said
Drink Cocoa? Okay. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So
Gonna do
we
cocoa?
take,
I think it works really well.
okay, so we're going to take our glass mug and I'm just going to spray it with some water, make sure there's nothing on it. Probably wouldn't matter. Okay. And you know what? I never know which side of the mug to decorate.
Well, you could
People
do
say
both.
you could do both. Some people say, "Oh, you want it facing out." And I'm thinking, I want to see the pretty mug. So, I don't know. Should we do it facing in or facing out?
Why don't we start with facing out?
Facing out.
And if you
Okay.
got time, you can do facing in.
Okay.
By the way, did you ever show them your hand warmers that
Oh,
you finished out?
this is from last night. Whoop. We kind of had some issues with one of them, didn't want to stick, and I think the problem was as I overheated it. So I took it apart and relayed down the adhesive and it works just fine. And I warmed them up in the microwave for 30 seconds and it smelled heavenly because the rice inside is infused with peppermint essential oils. So these turned out really cute and they worked. So maybe you made some too. Okay, so I've got my mug. I'm going to do the outside, so I'm going to flip it that way. And
I suppose I need to go back to the mug now.
I'm going to just put this here so it's laying upright. And I've got my transfer. This comes on a sheet. It's a B size, so it's 8.5 by 11. They are adhesive, reusable silkscreen transfers, and they're reusable 10 to 12 times, even more if you take good care of them. Well, good, Dougie. You get to learn how to etch. Super easy. You're going to go, that's all?
You could always scratch.
That's all?
And
Well, there's other methods of etching. This is the easy method.
Ken, we do speak very goodly English.
Good English?
Very goodly
Okay.
English.
So I am fuzzing it just a little bit. I'm going to get that big old hair out of there.
You're acting
Because
tired. Did you
this-
lay down?
This stickiness will grab onto this glass because it's smooth and flat and slick, and I'm worried about removing the transfer. I don't want to stretch it because I have to tug at it too much. So I'm putting some fuzz on it to kind of tone down the stickiness, especially since this is the first time I've used one. Hello, Cheryl. Okay, and now I'm going to do my best to center this. And the good thing about these transfers is that they will wrap around this rounded surface. So that makes it really easy to do your project. Now, if I wanted to do ink, I would just apply the ink over the transfer.
Get your cleanup towel.
Get my cleanup towel.
Get your cleanup towel and trade it out.
Is it better? Is that a better color?
Better contrast.
Oh, better contrast.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I just show it so they can see how it's laying on
Okay.
there.
So I'm making sure I don't have any air bubbles underneath the adhesive part because my etching paste will bleed through and then it will etch. It will etch where I don't want it to. So any amount of time the etching cream stays on this glass, it's going to start etching. So I want to be careful that I only keep it on the transfer and don't go crazy applying it and getting it everywhere. Okay, so you don't have to do anything to this. You don't have to mix it. I have not really needed to stir it. And usually I just take an old cruddy paintbrush that I just hang on to because sometimes you need an old cruddy paintbrush because whatever paintbrush you use after this method, it's going to be cruddy. So I'm really just going to use this to get a glop of this out of the jar.
I did some pouncing the other night with that
And
same
I'm just getting a good amount on here. If what I don't use, I can put back in here. Okay. And then I tried something new. I got these are actually called spouncers. And I think I got them at Walmart. So this pack was a couple dollars. So and it worked pretty well because we are more than just wiping the paste through the screen. We kind of want it to stay there. So I am just using this to kind of drag it around, and I'm basically pouncing it, spouncing it, sponge, pounce, spounce. Okay. I am kind of pouncing it into the openings where that screen is.
And yes, those are from the Dollar Tree. The mugs are from the Dollar Tree.
The mugs are from the Dollar Tree. And did somebody type mug and get a little?
Well, go ahead and tell them about that as long as you said it.
Okay. If you are interested in this transfer, it has this set of 4 darling little designs in the round. They make perfect ornaments. They'd look cute on a shirt. They'd look cute on a stocking. They'd look cute on a lot of different things. If you are interested in that or any of the supplies that we're using, you can type mug in the comments and I'll send you a link, a cart link to where I sell those things in my shop, and you can take a look. You can shop or not, or whatever suits your fancy.
And Cheryl says they got 15 pounds of doggy treats for Zeus.
Ooh, my goodness.
You are able to come and get some if you want them.
Well, you better hurry because I hear Zeus goes through them pretty fast. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more on. I want a nice thick coat. And, you know, this doesn't give you a whole lot of directions. I imagine if you went online, it would tell you. But basically, you want to keep this on, and you kind of want to move it around every 5 minutes or so. You want to keep it on for maybe 10-15 minutes while the etching chemicals do their thing.
Now, Dougie wants to know, are the mugs microwave safe? Yes. Yeah, we've used them in the mug in there before. In fact, I think that's how you. No, you didn't do your tea that way. But
no, the tea was just teapot. And they're also oven safe if you want to put your mugs in the oven, because I know that because you have to heat set the ink. When you use ink, you have to heat set it, and you do that in an oven. And they came out just fine.
So apparently Zeus does like his treats because he opened the box himself and had a nice snack before James caught him. Snackos for Duke.
Okay, so I'm just kind of pouncing. Okay. And then it's kind of like hurry up and wait. So we're going to let that sit and do its etching. And what shall we talk about? Am I missing any comments? Okay. Let's see. Hello, Daphne. Welcome. Sorry, I'm looking down. I'm looking at my phone because I can't
while we're waiting, why don't you tell them about the Christmas tree countdown calendar event they're going to be doing?
Okay. Well, a week or so ago, we made this Christmas countdown calendar. It is a kit that we sell, and you get everything you need to make this. And so we made a sample. You get the frame, you get the transfer, you get three colors of paste in the little packets. You get this cute little wreath that is actually a magnet. So the board is not magnetic, but there's a magnet on the back that allows you to slide it along and count down to Christmas. So really adorable little house frame. I also showed you how, if you wanted to, because this is pretty much a December item, you could, on the back, it's not necessarily meant to be double-sided, but we can turn anything into double-sided if we want. you could turn it into something that's year round. So we did a welcome to our home. We actually put down some scrapbook paper on that and did another transfer. So it's something that you could put in your house all year long. And they, as soon as I had done this, they went out of stock. They sold out. Their supplies are, you know, on the ship, floating around. I don't know if it's the Long Beach Harbor. I don't think Utah has a harbor, but
we have a harbor here. So.
They were out of stock, and they finally went back in stock. So they are in stock now. So if it's something you're interested in, I don't know. I heard they only got like a third of their entire shipment. So I don't know if it will go back out of stock, but a really cute gift idea, a really cute, you know, do this with your grandkids, do this with your children. Fun little project. And again, you can do this double-sided, and you also have the transfer. So you could put the transfer on a completely different surface and make multiple, because our transfers are reusable over and over. So I don't know if she's on, if Patty popped on. My friend Patty did a live, and she put the transfer on a pizza pan, and you know, and then that's magnetic itself. So you just get yourself a little wreath or something to mark the day, and you could make dozens of these, sell them, give them as gifts. Awesome. Now, if you're thinking about getting one, but you're thinking, oh, I could never do that, never fear. If you live in our area, we are going to be having an in-person workshop, make and take. So if you want to purchase your kit, you could come here and I will help you make it. And I'll even give you the supplies to do something on the back. However, most of you are not in Northern Idaho. So we are also going to do on, I believe it's on November 30th, the night before this starts, we're going to do a virtual online Zoom class workshop on how to make this. So step by step, we'll be there showing you how to do it,
answering questions,
taking, you know, if you want to turn on your camera, we can take a look at what you're doing, and so kind of have a little party. So if you're interested in either of those, I've got some events up on the page, or type me a comment, say, hey, let me know about the workshop, or if you're interested in getting the link to purchase this kit, comment countdown, and we'll send you the link to that. Anyway, so that was our little commercial.
You missed the little guy. He just calmed down. He put his head on the table.
He fell asleep.
Fran caught it. He's ready to go to sleep right now.
He is our little toddler. Okay, so it's been, I don't know, how long did I talk? 10 minutes?
About 30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna pounce it a little bit more, just making sure that cream is touching the surface of the glass, but only where I want it to. So if I got it off the edge here, I would have to get that immediately off, or it will start etching, and there's no fixing that. So pounce, 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 pouncing. And let's let it set another couple of minutes. Okay, do we have any questions? Okay, Cheryl's gonna pass on the screen printing stuff. Yeah, it looked like a good deal. It looked like a good deal, but
it was a good deal. It's a lot of work.
It's not simple like this. It's like done. It's
well, it's part of it is learning how to make the stencil.
Yeah.
You know, in the screen, and that's what I do. That's what I taught for 20 years. Okay,
so another minute. Also, this is the transfer we used last night on these. This transfer would probably be too big for this size mug, but these would be just perfect. So if some of you I know already have the Christmas minis transfer, and so get yourself some mugs and make them as gifts, make them for yourself. If you have a holiday party, decorate some up. If you don't even if you don't want to, permanently do a Christmas theme on it, you could do it in paste, and it would hold up for an evening. You could do it with ink, and then you could scrub it and scrape it off. But if you want it permanent, something maybe that your guests could go home with, you could do it with etching. It'd be really cute to fill it up as a gift, office gift, coworker's gift. Fill it up with candy, fill it up with hot cocoa mix, tea, coffee, you name it. It'll make a cute little gift item. And don't forget to give a gift to yourself.
We were given a mug with hot cocoa mix and marshmallows, and there was something else in it too, in a plastic bag shoved into the mug. And that would be a good, uh-oh.
That's not good.
Looks like we got a big glitch coming there.
Okay, so I'm done with this. So now I'm going to just take one of my squeegees.
Hold on. Let's give it a second here. I'm watching what's going on.
Okay.
All
I'm going to take one of my squeegees, and I'm going to just start removing this excess because it's still etchable. So I'm just scraping off the extra and putting it back in the container.
Making sure not to rub it off the side.
Yep, make sure I'm still keeping it on the transfer. Now, the company guarantees that you can get 10 to 12 uses out of your transfers if you take good care of them. That, I do have to have a disclaimer. That is assuming you're using their products. And Armor Etch is not one of their products. So if they knew, if you happen to have a problem because you used the Armor Etch, and they knew you used Armor Etch, you know, your warranty might be void. However, I have used this numerous times, and I have never ruined a transfer with it. I have used torch paste with the transfers. It works perfectly well. I have used etching cream with the transfers. It works perfectly well. The key is get it cleaned up quickly. Don't let these chemicals sit on there. Okay, so I've scraped off the excess. Now I'm going to peel this up, and I want to peel either top to bottom or side to side, but not corner to corner. And I found out why, which makes sense. The mesh in here is going vertically and horizontally.
Critically important.
So if I pull against it, it's at its strongest, the direction those fibers are going. If I pull diagonally, it's not at its strongest, and it could stretch, and that could ruin.
Oh, we're having another outage.
That could ruin my transfer. Well, I'm just gonna keep going. So I peeled this off, and you can kind of see that's still the etching cream that's on there that went through the silk screen. I'm gonna just let that sit for a second because I want to clean this up right away. Now I clean this the same way I do with my paste or ink. I'm going to spray it with water. I'm going to start with a paper towel to get the bulk of that off. Mama was spraying and that bothered me. Okay, and then toss that, and I'm going to spray it again, and now I'm going to use my board eraser. You could also just go to the sink, and you could clean this just with your fingers and water. You don't need to use any soaps, no chemicals. Please don't do that.
Okay,
just plain water.
I don't know when we lost this, but we lost another big chunk. I'm seeing it even in the screen metric showing up.
I'm going ahead with this.
One.
Hopefully you're not. Hopefully we're not glitching. James said you could spend dollar on Chalk Couture. Woohoo! Do it now. Do it in November. I have a sales goal I'm trying to reach. Spend $800. I'm kidding, Cheryl. Don't spend $800. Spend $500. Okay.
It looks like we're back on now. It looks like I'm looking at the stream metrics coming from Facebook.
Nobody cares.
That was almost
nobody cares.
45 seconds of silence on everything.
I say we blame Facebook for this. Okay, so I've got this clean, so now I don't have to worry about the chemicals eating at the adhesive. I've got that done. Now I can deal with this guy. Now, ordinarily, I would go over to my sink, but I'm not going to leave. So I have a little container of water here. And what we're going to do is we are just going to wash this off with water. Because again, this is not the etching yet. This is still the etching cream that you see. But underneath it, it is etched. So I'm just going to...
The longer it sits,
kinda
the more it's going to do. So
Actually, no.
no,
it doesn't.
You only see it so far?
No, it only etches for so. If you left it on overnight, it's not going to be super etched. Okay. So I'm getting that.
We are sorry, Becky. We understand, and it really does look like it's not us. It looks like it's the system. 'Cause
You
I'm
can
looking-
you can try to exit out of Facebook.
No, I think it's the system. I
Well,
don't
you
think
can
it's-
still try. You can try to exit out of Facebook and come back in. Sometimes that improves the signal. Okay, so I'm just rinsing this off. Now, I want to dilute this a lot because if I just kind of wiped at it, that cream is going to get on the glass and continue to etch. So I'm just making sure it's diluted well enough that it's not going to etch. And I'm going to push that aside. Towel, and then I'm going to show you it came out. And I love the detail. I love the detail that you can get with these stencils.
Becky says it looks really easy. It really is.
It really
It's
is.
the same as screen printing.
The hardest part is not going crazy and getting etching cream where you don't want it. Okay, so I don't know.
Let me go. To the,
That's not going to.
You know what? I like the reflection. Oh, try that first.
Let's try that. So I don't know if
It's not really
yeah, I'm
so
trying-
good.
Yeah.
You know what? Try it to the front. Let's see what happens to the
Okay.
front.
Okay, so well, you don't get a close up of it, but all of those little letters are just clear and crisp and gorgeous, and that is etched into the glass. Not so much that it's going to damage the integrity of the glass. It just the top little layer has been fogged and etched permanently. So hopefully you can see that. What if I put it up high underneath there? No,
Yeah, you can go
Okay.
close.
like that. I don't know.
I don't
Does
think
that?
the light is on that one. Let's
Okay.
find out here.
That-
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Give it a little twist.
Okay. So you can see all those little lines, all those little details. And I just love that transfer. I love that design. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So there you go. Glass etching. That was a success, not a failure. Again, not all glass will etch. There are certain Pyrex brands. I believe it's the older ones.
Obviously, whatever this is.
Like the antique that does not etch. It depends on how the glass is made and borosilicates and blah, 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 blah. I didn't do well in science, but you're going to want to test it out somewhere. Now, I've tested out the Dollar Tree mugs. They work great. If you before you try it and buy a bunch, you might want to grab one and maybe just in a little corner, dab on some etching cream and let it sit there for 5 or 10 minutes. Wipe it off, and if it etched, then it's going to work. So, experiment before you buy 2 dozen of these, but you can buy 2 dozen of the Dollar Tree ones because I've tested them and they work. So, cool beans. Okay. So, and you could etch the other side. I'd probably just do one side at a time, but anyway. So if you wanted them double-sided, if you couldn't decide which design, you could put one of each on each side. Anyway, pretty, pretty, pretty. I really love those. Ooh.
Janice Ramsey says she appreciates that we comment on comment.
Well,
And Cheryl says she foresees a Dollar Tree run for her son tonight.
tonight. I guess, yeah, I guess.
Do you have
it
the
just
etched
means-
cream already? Or?
do you have etching cream? Okay, so you saw me clean a transfer, and I'm just going to clean this with water.
That's one of the nice things that it does just work with water. It's nothing special chemicals.
Well,
That's-
it is special chemicals, but they're water soluble. Now you'll notice I didn't use gloves. This is a chemical. This could, if you're ultra sensitive and you got it on you, I don't know what it might do to you, but if you're a careful crafter, I got none of it on me. So it's a thick paste, so it doesn't fly all over the place. So you could conceivably not get it on you. Even if you did get it on you, it's not going to instantly blister or burn. Just wipe it off with some water and you're good to go. And if you're really concerned or you're really sensitive, you might want to put on some gloves as you do it. They probably recommend because, lawsuits. But but I generally don't use gloves, and I try to be very careful with it because it is a chemical. And again, it's not going to, eat your skin away instantly. You have a moment or two to clean it off if you happen to get it on you. But again, if you get it on glass, it's going to start doing its little etching thing, and that's
Pretty
a good
quick.
thing if it's where you want it. If it's not where you want it, that's not a good thing. Because there's no going back. Once it's etched, I can't get that off.
Dougie says, "How cool! I'm ruminating about gifts now."
Good, good.
That is the thing.
Okay. So I think we have covered it.
You know what?
I know,
I'm going to
dude,
do
he's-
something
he's-
I wouldn't normally do. If you like what you did, and you're on your phone, click on the heart thing a few times for us. Been a while since
The
we've
heart,
seen
the
some
heart in the
hearts fly
comments,
up.
or the
Yeah.
heart. Yeah. You can do the hearts in the comments. You can also do hearts on the
Screen.
screen. If you are not following, because we want to increase this number. I need 8 a day. I've done that
Wow.
math. You need, because
You
we
are a
only
nerd,
we
aren't
only
you?
got one in the last 24 hours, so I may need like 9 a day between now and Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve to get 1,000. So if you are not one of our followers, please do that. It's no obligation. All you do is punch a couple buttons. If you're on your phone, let me tell you how to do it. You punch at the phone screen, like right up by my forehead, and up will pop Raincross Farms Makery.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Then punch on where it says Raincross Farms Makery, and then down below it will give you a little button that'll say following, meaning you are already following. And in that case, you can click the little bell, and that will give you notifications as we go live. Or if it says follow, that means you are not following, and you can easily do so by just mashing that button. So
Mash it.
super easy. Okay, let me show you one more thing. I let this dry. Once it's dry, it's sticky again. The sticky comes back. I saved my backer sheet. There's a shiny side and a dull side. I want that shiny side to the sticky side. And I just lay it back down, smooth it out so there's no wrinkles, and now store it away, and I'm ready to use it again 10 to 12 or more times because I take good care of them. Okay,
Yeah, I'm ready,
think-
Cheryl. That's so cute.
so let's see.
Are we coming
Okay,
over?
yeah, maybe
Or-
he kind of messes up the
You
pictures
just worry
sometimes.
too much about him. All right, I'll come over with you one more time.
Oh, you're gonna yawn? Okay.
Of course he is.